welcome to Drinks and Toys. We are live. It's Tuesday. We are
This is
not.
starting off great.
This is terrible so far. We are not here with Johnny Five. He is having technical difficulties, meaning that his technicalness is being.
He didn't want to be here.
No, yeah, he can't get his computer to compute. So you are stuck with myself and Wheezy, which should be fine. Wheezy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. Had to go to the chiropractor, got cracked up, so I'm feeling pretty decent right now.
Pretty cracky. All right, good. I went to the bathroom and pushed too hard and managed to pop my back in a good way. So
there you go.
I'm feeling good about that. I was my own chiropractor.
Like, bro, I keep telling my chiropractor, like, I keep trying to remind him about that Simpsons episode where Homer falls on the trash can. Do you remember that one?
I remember the one where he's fighting the big brother, and he hits him and he falls over the fire hydrant.
Oh,
and he's bent over backwards on the fire hydrant, and he goes, "Isn't that painful?" He goes, "Yes."
So there was one episode where Homer, I forgot why he fell, but he fell onto a trash can, and the trash can made this perfect indentation of his spine. And so he started doing at-home chiropractics for all the fucking Springfield people, and then like Big Brother chiropractors came in and took the trash can and beat the shit out of it and destroyed it.
Was he pushing people over the trash can?
Yeah,
I think I've seen the episode. I can't think of what it is though, but I think I've seen the episode.
Mo was there, he pushed Mo, and Mo's like, "Oh, all I have is crippling depression."
Damn. So I'm kind of happy because I'm usually happy, but got 2 tiny bottles of Screwball in here. It's fantastic.
Bro, I love me some Screwball. I'm surprised you drink it. That's whiskey.
Yeah, Screwball.
Well, yeah, it's whiskey. I'm surprised you drink it. It's whiskey.
Well, the only reason I drink it is because Rebel Girl turned me on to it, and it's like a guilty pleasure once in a while. I can't have a lot of it because I don't realize what it does apparently. But yeah, I just drink two little mini bottles over ice, and then once that's done, I'll wash it down with vodka. I'll be fine. So
I've been wondering if you took a little bit of that and you took a little bit of the Blackberry Crown.
Ooh. Would it taste like peanut butter and jelly?
Because I love Screwball. But I don't like mixing my Blackberry Crown.
Now I almost wonder, man. I'm like, damn, can I? But I can't ever get my hands on Blackberry Crown. It's always sold out. Always.
I mean, so you're in a good mood because you got 2 things of Screwball, right? Sadly, this emptied last week. Right? So
last week. God, that makes me sound terrible.
That emptied last week, but I got the new baby.
So you're all right then. The world is right again.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. So I'm not gonna say a big week for toys, man, but I okay, maybe I'm wrong. I was gonna bring up the first one. So obviously Mask dropped today, and that
it did.
I've always been a big fan of Mask, and I really wish I could bring myself to do the vintage line, but I can't. It's got to be in the box, and they're just so expensive in or out of the box. They're just they're just crazy. Of course she does.
Of course, because she's a real drinker.
We're gonna have to remember that, baby. We're gonna mix Screwball and Blackberry, and we're gonna have a great time.
See what happens.
See what happens. But yeah. So I was excited when they announced the line. Now the only thing that kind of gets me is that Loyal Subjects turned around and said it was going to be X amount of dollars for the pieces. So the Rhino, which is the big semi, was originally supposed to be $89.99, and so all the price points were really comparable. Well, now it's $125, and the tariffs had already been announced at that point. So now it's $120. I'm pretty sure they were.
Bro, that was that toy? That was New York Toy. That was a toy fair.
New York, was it?
No, New York Toy Fair. That would have been February. So no, the tariffs weren't announced yet.
It doesn't sound right, but you might be right.
What's going on, Gustavo? Yeah, it was New York Toy Fair.
So they announced $89.99. It comes out, it's $125, and then they go, "Hey, we're going to do one better for $175." I think it was. You get T-Bob, and you get I can never remember the kid's name. You have Matt Tracker and his son. I think it's Scott Tracker, but
Fuck them kids.
you get T-Bob and Scott. You get two small ass figures, and now they're like, oh, it's $195. So I bought it. I bought the well, because you're not going to get them otherwise. So I bought the because they're not going to do like how do I put it? Loyal Subjects is just going to release the line. They're not going to be doing variations of these vehicles because in the Mask line there never were variations of these vehicles. You just had the vehicle,
Okay.
and then you moved on to Series 2, which was a whole bunch of different cars. They all do the same thing. They all transform and stuff like that. But there's a whole other series of cars. They didn't redo characters in a different color or something like that. They just didn't. So, it's not like you're going to get, the Thunderhawk, and then you get the Lightning Thunderhawk. It's not like that. You get
Gotcha.
whatever the one item is, you move on to the next one. So, so this whole set pre-order was $325, but it gets you the Rhino, it gets you the Condor, it gets you the Thunderhawk, and it gets you Max. I cannot remember his freaking last name, but it's the bad guy. And I can never remember what the hell his jet is called. But anyway, it gets you the four vehicles, the four of the first run, which was how they released the first run back in the day, like Boulder Hill. And I know you don't know what all it is, but Boulder Hill, the play sets and whatnot didn't come out till second run. So, excited, but was a little bummed out that the price is jacked up so much. The Condor is only this freaking big.
I guess you got to then wonder how much of that really is due to tariffs, right? Or there's like, this is what it is now. Because that's a lot of price jumps. Like a $40 price jump, it's not like, $10 more, it happens. But 40, that's... Whew.
So here's what I think happened. And I could be completely wrong. Generally, I am. But I could be completely wrong. But I think it got announced. And there's a lot of people who follow Mask. But again, it's a very, very expensive line to collect. Complete,
right.
And so I'm wondering if they saw the popularity, people were freaking out over it, and now they're like, let's raise the price because people will pay it.
They're like, we got a cash cow in our hands. Let's just do it. Let's get it over with.
That's my thought process.
I mean, it's possible. It wouldn't surprise me. I've heard crazier. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. That's just my thought process behind that one. I don't know what the hell that is.
What's what?
The Naruto TMNT crossover, I guess?
It's Naruto, whatever the fuck, that anime shit. Turtles are having a crossover in the comics. And there's a whole bunch of like swag in like Walmart in the electronics section. They have like an anime area. There's a whole bunch of like Turtles and Naruto crossover stuff.
I watched very little anime back in the day. There's a couple that I still hang on to, but my son likes Naruto. But I don't know. That seems like a weird I know they're ninjas, but I still think it's a weird crossover.
So I saw something today, just because you're talking about Mask, right? And Mask was always something that I never got into because I was never into like the whole G.I. Joe thing as a kid, and just Mask went under my radar. But when you say Mask these days, I think ramen toys.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So just a segue, because it's ramen toys, has nothing to do with Mask. Have you seen the ramen toys tank?
You're talking about the G.I. Joe tanks?
Yes, but this new version they got coming out is colored in like a camouflage green and purple.
Looks like Megatron.
And then it comes with a human. It's supposed to be human Megatron that rides in it.
Okay, so I have not seen that. So let me see if I can.
That's why I was trying to find a picture of it. I'm like looking for like on their Instagram real quick. I saw it today while I was watching, or maybe it's yesterday. I was watching Robo Don't Know, and he was doing coverage of something about it, and he brought it up. I was like, oh shit, that actually looks pretty dope.
These guys are getting away with a lot, man. I mean, I get it, but I'm just like, holy crud, you guys are ballsy. Yeah, here it is. Let me go ahead and
Oh, you found? Damn, you found? I've been looking. I can't find that shit.
Yeah, I found the picture. Hang on, let me.
I went to Ramen Toys Instagram. I can't find that bitch.
Ramen toys.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
Yeah,
picture
I mean, look
saw.
at this thing, dude. The colors are spot on. Yeah, you're Mechadome. You're right, man. It's G2 Megatron. But again, Ramen. I mean, they're putting out great stuff. I'm not turning it down by any means, man. I
There
have
is another picture that shows the figure that comes with it.
Let me see if I can find
Supposed
it.
to be like human Megatron. I would say if you scroll on the other side underneath the big picture you have, there's pictures of it. Like that's him right there with
this. Oh yeah. The head's sculpted but not painted.
Yeah. Like, there's another picture around where he's got like a gray head on. But I mean, I was like, damn, I'm not sure if that's too far out of your Transformers wheelhouse. But I was like, man, that might be something you'd.
So I think it'd be a really cool piece. So BotCon repaint. So I'm gonna guess. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a BotCon exclusive for next year.
Possibly.
Skeletor for sure. Yes, I did just see it. I am not getting into that line. Wait.
You own that line.
Skeletor for Shredder. Are you sure you're not talking about Skeletor?
No, he's talking about the Skeletor Shredder.
On the throne?
With the throne, yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking Thundercats. Okay. Yeah. I saw it. It looks awesome. Looks phenomenal.
And you are getting it because you are in that line.
Sorry. Yes. I apologize. Yes, I will be partaking.
My bad.
Oh, shit. I don't know why
I just said.
I was thinking Thundercats, man, because everything that's coming out lately is all that crossover Thundercats stuff. And I mean, like, not that I don't like Thundercats, but this line is still going on, and I enjoy it, and it looks great, and I like the figures a whole lot. So
they're getting clearance in Walmart.
It's so weird, though. They're such good figures.
But it's not like the whole line. It's like one random figure from the line gets clearance while everything else stays full price. Because I'm not in that line at all. But at the right price point, I'd pick up a couple figures. But like the Leatherhead, I saw the Leatherhead the other day for $10.
Which was wild because for a minute there, when he came out, he was like $70 on eBay. You couldn't touch him anywhere. Yeah, now he's on clearance. But that's kind of also the reason that I've been getting better and better at just being patient. And I wait for the hype to die down, and then the figure either shows up on eBay for cheaper or I find it in the store and pay retail, and I'm not having to overpay for them.
So I'm trying to get better at that. I've been trying that with the Ben Cooper kids from NECA. And I only recently tried that because one of my orders I had through, I think it was Big Bad, hasn't shown up yet.
So,
and it's wave 4, and they just like announced wave 7, right? It was the wave that has like Sam, Captain Spaulding, Nosferatu, and John Carver from Trigger or from Thanksgiving.
So somebody just got theirs because somebody posted the other day on one of the horror groups I'm in. Just got my Ben Cooper kids.
So I canceled my order through Big Bad because I went to Walmart, and on top of their video game section, they had the old horror boxes that they had like set up. That's just all horror stuff.
Yeah.
And they had Nosferatu and Captain Spaulding for $10 a piece.
You got Spaulding for $10?
Yeah, so I bought both of them. I'm like, cool.
Oh,
then I found Sam that same day at a Target for retail for $20. So I'm like, I'm already in, $40 now, and I've got 3 of the figures.
I need Sam.
I found I wound up finding Captain Spaulding on eBay for $19.99 shipped free. So I was like, all right, I'll take that deal. And the last one I needed was John Carver from Thanksgiving. And I'm like, man, I can't find it. Everything I see online was like $40, $50. I'm like, I'm not paying that because it takes away the savings I got myself with the 2 for $10.
Yeah.
So then I found, because you started talking about what are that app, what the hell is it? Whatnot? Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
So I started looking on there, and somebody was selling a John Carver on there for $18.99 or $18 plus shipping. So I was like, shit. I'm like, all right. So I was gonna do it. Then I asked you, I'm like, hey, if you send me that code, whatever. So I got like $10 from Whatnot. And then whatever happened, it wound up also then being like free shipping. So I paid like $9 for John Carver. I'm like, cool. Great savings. So now I'm going to do the same thing and just kind of wait out the new wave. That's Garfield, Pee Wee Herman, Predator, and somebody else. I forgot who the fourth figure is in the line.
So
Alf.
I'm telling you, I priced out. And for me to get the line and be caught up is, I think I'm up to like $650 right now. If I want to get in the line and get caught up, because the early ones are just so damn expensive.
Yeah.
So I kind of told myself, if I did it, let me get Sam. I'll just get Sam. But then in my head, I'm like, well, if I get Sam, I got to get Captain Spaulding. If I get Captain Spaulding, I got to get. And my worry, it's going to be a rabbit hole.
Well, so what you could do, now this is completely on you in your mind, how you want to work it. You could just do the ones based on horror movies.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't need to worry about getting, the generic Wolfman, generic vampire, devil girl, all that shit. If you just got the movie ones, you're just looking at 2 waves of movie figures, and there's a third wave coming that has like the Fly and everything. Like you could catch up on that real quick if you're just doing the horror movie guys.
I want Sam. Sam's just one of those characters. I just love that character.
Oh yeah, Sam's amazing.
Tuna, what's up, brother? Hope you're feeling well.
Off to Walmart.
Right. Let's go.
That leg must not be hurting enough to not go to Walmart.
Right. So, all right. So last week we were talking about, it was a really great show. It was awesome. Very excited for it. How well it went and everything. And I've rewatched it like 3 times. And for those of you who think I watch it because I'm so vain or whatever, I watch it because I pick it apart. I do. I go back and I watch them over and over and all of them, and I pick them apart. And I just look at did we talk well? Was there drinking too much? Were we all drinking too much? Was one of us drinking too much? Usually me. Were we getting a good conversation? Do we have good interactions with the crowd? There's a lot of things I pick it apart just to hope that maybe I can change it up on the next one. So just to be honest with you, one of the things I started doing was waiting until I actually start the show to drink anything, because you pregame, and then what happens is halfway through the cast, I'm like, you got I love toys, guys. These are great.
Well, I mean, it is drinks and toys.
It's drinks and toys. It's not
we never made
toys.
But we never made this shirt, right? We were supposed to make the shirt. I'm the host and I'm drunk.
That's true.
Like,
Alex, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? So, okay. So, and Tuna's on, which is great because Tuna will chime in for this one all day. All right. The trailer came out for Toxic Avenger.
Oh, God.
And it is a long... A few torture souls. Ooh, Gustavo, we'll touch on that in a minute, man. That's awesome. So, Toxic Crusader. So, they put out the official trailer, right? With Peter.
I haven't seen it.
Well... It's even worse if you check it. So if anybody knows Troma, and I've done this before, all the Troma films are meant to be so stupid, over the top, exaggerated, offensive. You name it, they do it. It's almost like Tokyo Gore Police, if you know what that is.
I do.
Yeah, it's the over the top, murder scenes, death scenes, but there's comedy, and it's ridiculous. Call it whatever you want. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Essentially, it's really cheesy horror, right?
It is, yeah. It's not even B-rated horror. It's like, can we go all the way to Z? Like, it's so bad.
Yeah. It looks like it was filmed like on the handheld back in 1992. Like, yeah, it's got a little touch to it.
It's terrible, but that's what I like the charm, especially with the Toxic Crusader line. They were good films. I say good very loosely, but they were entertaining films, and you at least could follow the story and the characters and what was going on. And so Toxie, he was Melvin, that little shrimpy kid that was like, 80 pounds soaking wet. And then he falls into the Toxic Crusade. He falls into the toxic waste, and he becomes fucking 7 foot tall and ripped and
it's basically Steve Rogers gets the super soldier serum, right? Like,
there you go. Only he looks like he got punched in the face by Jesus. Like it's so bad.
Looks like
Rocky Dennis if he took super soldier serum. He's the equivalent of the of Captain America with disability. I don't know. We'll stop there.
Yeah, let's not
but
get
he-
canceled already.
yeah, but he looks awesome. It's so gross, but he looks awesome. So Peter Dinklage, you know, he's and nothing against him. I think he's an awesome actor. He's fucking great in everything I've seen him in. But he's an advocate for little people, and I get it. He's a little person, so you know he's got to give a little input. But he's an advocate for little people in films, and so he doesn't like to see them get what do you want to call that, remastered to a bigger person, or like, you know, made to look like they're regular size on the screen. He wants people to see them for who they are.
But
I
yeah,
swear
that's
to
what
God,
they did to him on Thor.
he wants people to see them for who they are. So when you watch the trailer, I'm like, all right, I can handle Peter Dinklage as Melvin if that's what they want to do. But then when he transforms into Toxie, he's the same damn height. So I'm sorry, it's like watching the Leprechaun and he's holding a mop. That's what it looks like. I'm watching Leprechaun and he's holding a mop.
First of all, we need a new Leprechaun. All right, let's just throw
That's
that out.
fine. Let him go to Leprechaun.
So we need a new Leprechaun. But no, I'm in agreement, right? And you know, a lot of people will go on the side of the try not to get canceled, right? So people try to not be discriminative, say like, oh, because they're a little person, they can't have this role. I feel if you're a good actor, you should be able to go for any role you want, right? But at that same time, there's just some things that if you don't fit what needs to be for that role, you probably
Literally.
shouldn't get it, right? So like, you can say the same thing when it comes to like all these people that get upset about like when they race swap characters in shows or TV movies, whatever. People get upset. None of that bothers me as long as like the race isn't important to the character, right?
Sure.
So like Nick Fury becoming Samuel L. does not matter.
Yep.
But if you said like, all right, we're going to change Magneto to a Samoan, like he's supposed to be a Jew from the Holocaust. Like it doesn't like it's very important that he's a white male.
But
Jewish.
that's how he was written. Yeah.
Right.
And that
But like-
totally
but like-
makes sense.
But like that aspect is very important to his character that they currently have, right? So to have the Toxic Crusader, he's supposed to be this massive monster. The toxin like got in it and made him this beast of a character. So it's like I feel like he needs to be a beast of a character because that's what he's supposed to be, is this monster. I just fear, even though how campy Trauma is known to be, that having somebody on the smaller stature doing the stuff that Toxie did will take away from the movie and add a level of comedy that you're not wanting in the movie,
I agree.
which will take away from the movie. And it's not Peter Dinklage's fault. It's just
No.
we're so used to seeing years and years of Wee Man taking nut shots and doing stupid shit and all this, and then it's like, here he goes. You're gonna have a I don't know how tall Peter Dinklage is, but
Not very.
I'm gonna say 4 foot, right? That's probably
Have you ever seen Elf?
yeah.
He was the book writer that saved them at the end, or was going to save them at the end.
Right now, I know who he is. I'm saying I don't know how tall it.
Well, if you ever see him in the movie, he can stand on the table, and he's like 3.5 feet tall.
Right. I'm just trying not to be like disrespectful, be like, oh, he's 2 feet tall, and he's not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how tall he is.
He's like 3 feet, a little over 3 feet tall, if I had to guess.
But like, can you imagine in this movie, you have him all toxied out, but then he's gonna go up against a guy who's like 6'5", and like he's gonna rip his arms off and beat him with them? It's gonna look a level of comedy that I don't think that they want for it, and it's gonna take away from it. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's great, or
Well,
not
so
great, but I hope it's entertaining.
That's him right there, right?
Yeah.
So he looks short in the picture. He looks like he has stubby arms. He looks like a small character. And it's like, I'm fine with the makeup. I'm fine with it being Toxie. That's not a problem. The problem is the guy's stature. It doesn't measure up with what I don't care about new adaptations, but
So-
Toxie is supposed to be big and overpowering.
Right, because he's supposed to be a big monster. He's supposed to be a monster. Now, granted, I mean, I'm not gonna not see the movie. I'm interested to see it, give it a shot, see where it goes. Like I said, I'm just concerned that these things will happen. I hope they don't happen. I hope it's an enjoyable film. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say, oh, he was a bad choice. Maybe it works out. I'm open minded. I think they're gonna in for a lot of hurdles to make that taken
And he's already
seriously.
short, so that's going to be a problem.
That's God damn it, Tony.
So
none of this is going to be shorts, just so you know.
The new what was I going to say? So in the trailer, as you watch the trailer, if anybody's seen it, it almost comes off like a freaking family movie. The way he's like his son. He's trying to be like a role model or a hero to his son. I'm like, Toxic Crusader did not have a fucking son in the first movie. In fact, I don't think he had a son ever. But he sure as hell didn't have a son in the first movie to like show up. Again, Melvin was a teenager. You can't fuck with the story. That's how the story went.
Well, you can change the story. I'm fine with changing stories. Like time.
Well, but it's very relevant. It's very relevant to the Toxic Crusaders creation.
But is him being a teenager relevant to it, or just being a smaller stature?
No, he's relevant to being a teenager because
I don't remember.
So in the club that they're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are all guys that are working out in the club, in the, like this the Tromaville Juice Club or whatever the hell it's called. I don't fucking remember. But they're all working out. They're all teenagers working out. And Melvin is a teenager. He's like, whatever, 17, 18 years old. And he's working in the place and he's the janitor. And that's kind of the point. They're all like punk teenagers. Like all of their movies are like Surf Nazis Must Die, Class of Nukem High. It's all high schoolers.
So I get that. So what I'm saying is like
we get middle-aged Melvin with a son.
Well, you know what I'm saying, but in theory, right? Like
Sure.
for story wise, you take him as a teenager, small and scrawny, to change him to a 30-year-old adult who's small and scrawny, maybe the dweeb of The Office, you know what I mean? Or he works at the gym. Like that aspect of him being a teenager isn't a defining thing of the movie. His stature being small and picked on is defining, right? It doesn't need to be a teen versus an adult. Like that doesn't matter. It's not like, oh, only a teenager could have turned into this because of this reason. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a defining moment of Toxie. Now, being small, scrawny, weak, yes, but not necessarily being a teenager.
I can't agree. I can't agree with on that. I'm not saying you're wrong because anything can be changed or adapted differently, right? But I don't feel personally as a fan. I am because I am a fan. I don't see, and it's not being a diehard fan. I think it's relevant to his character. I could be completely wrong. Other people might say no, but
because I'm just picturing like I'm not going to throw names out there of people.
Sure.
But there's some people that I can point at, say at maybe a show we do, who are other vendors, who are on the smaller side. Not like Peter Dinklage small, but just, kind of scrawny, just a smaller, seem young, but they're still older, possibly older than us.
I mean, Alex is short, but he's not that short.
But they're just skinny. They don't look like, they just look really small and impressionable. They could be easily bullied. Like I feel like that's all you need to do.
We're still
for
talking
that
about dogs,
aspect of the character. I'm trying not to be a dickhead.
I know, I was just being funny. Mr. Cole, good to see you.
I really tried.
Also, what's up, honey? John is actually not on tonight. He could not get his computer to act.
See, here's the thing. He says his computer's not acting right, and I feel for him. Cool, I get it. He could be in the comments section talking, right? Like he could be partaking, right? But no, he's probably like, "Oh, computer's not working. I'm gonna throw one back and watch TV. Screw those guys. I got the night off."
All right, so we were squawking about. I'm out of Fireball. Onto the vodka. So we were squawking about the.
It was Screwball, you asshole.
So I was talking about toys.
You don't even remember what you were drinking.
Yeah, I'm out of Screwball and now I'm onto vodka.
But you called it Fireball.
I meant Screwball. I'm sorry. I thought it said Screwball.
You did. You Fireball.
So we're talking about like toys or whatever, and you and Johnny were arguing about pops or whatever, and I gotta agree with you on that one. Funko does not give a shit if it's popular or not. As soon as a movie hits, there is a pop coming out.
So I mean, there's always, as Johnny pointed out, there's always the exception that makes the rule, right? Terrifier, there wasn't anything for Terrifier until it got the strong cult following.
Sure.
But they were the first company to produce an art figure.
Well, and to that point, not to
So,
shadow it, but Toxic Crusader art hasn't, I don't want to say hasn't been around, but he has not been around in the spotlight. Toxic Crusader has been around. So for them to make a pop is not that big a deal.
Right. But I mean, that's where I would argue that, especially in current environment, art is a much bigger, much more popular character than Toxie.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. I get it.
So it makes sense that they would do it. But my whole point in that conversation was that I don't think anybody is going to produce Toxic Crusader merchandise for this film, especially toys or action figures, collectibles. Excuse me. Damn, fucking, whew, that whiskey's hitting. So I don't think anybody's going to produce anything, but if anybody did, it's most likely to be Pops, because they throw money at every franchise, the least they can get, because they don't have to do likeness rights, and they just make it. Right.
I think you're going to see a, I honestly think, and I don't know if it's going to be NECA. I don't know if because Playmates has the rights to it, don't they?
No. So the only Toxie merchandise we've been seeing is from Trick or Treat Studios. Those are the ones that you're finding inside Walmarts right now.
So then they either paid for the licensing or paid for like a short license to make so many figures.
It's possible. I don't know.
NECA could do the same thing if they were smart. And I think NECA would be the ones who would make it. I don't think it'll be Movie Maniacs like you were saying.
So my reasoning behind Movie Maniacs is because we've already seen out of left field movies picked up that you would never like, oh, I need a figure for that movie, right? And Todd's made them through Movie Maniacs. NECA, I mean, it's possible. The only thing is that NECA's been very vocal against movies that are very a very small niche. You know what I mean? And Toxie isn't on the mainstream. Look how long it took NECA to get on the Terrifier bandwagon of people wanting that and demanding that figure. They still haven't made Leprechaun. There's like legal issues, this and that. But there's so many other movies that they could have made over the years that they haven't done because they say it's too niche. It's just not a big enough following. They go after the big guys, the Jasons, the Freddys, the Texas Chainsaw, the huge franchises. Toxie's not that franchise. Now, they could make it. Absolutely. Their track record would say that they won't do it unless the movie winds up being a fucking smash hit.
See, but Megan was crap, and they made that figure.
Was it, though?
Oh, it was a crap movie, man. It was terrible. And then they made a fucking I don't know who the hell was in marketing that said, let's make a life-size Megan. All I heard was every pedophile scream across the United States.
So Megan, I saw Megan one time, and I remember not hating it. Like, I wasn't mad at it. I think it's weird that the second one, they've done like a Terminator 2 feel to the second one, supposedly. So where she's like now a good guy.
So it's Terminator and she's AI. You're very true. The whole idea, like from the first to the second one, is instead of being chasing them, now she's with them. But,
right.
So in the trailer as you're watching it, it's so ridiculous. And it's not like B-rated ridiculous. It's just like it's like Spice World. You just want to shut it off. Like,
so
I can't even
I don't think Megan, the first one, was a great, amazing movie that people claim it to be, but I did enjoy it. Like I said, I've watched movies where I turn them off. I can't watch this shit. I didn't hate it, but it has a huge following, and NECA did go that route. But I mean, maybe that's a good sign for Toxie to get a chance. I don't know. It would surprise me if NECA did. It wouldn't surprise me if McFarlane did, and it absolutely won't surprise me if Funko makes a pop.
I think the pop's going to happen. I think that's going to happen either way. And I
No
want to
matter how
say
bad, know how good or bad the movie is, there's a pop coming.
it's true though.
Well, yeah, like I said in the chat, like, you know, the toy line that brings you Parks and Rec characters, right? Like, who the hell wants a Parks and Rec character?
So here's the thing with Funko.
Pop makes them.
Funko doesn't give a shit. They assume, excuse me, there's something for everybody, right? So you can make the dumbest line out there into a Funko Pop or worst movie, and somebody's like, "Oh crap, I remember that," and they'll buy. You could be 60 years old, you could be 30 years old, and they'll go out there to be like, "I remember that," and they'll sell it. It could be a Green Acres pop, and somebody's like, "Oh, I remember Green Acres," and they buy the pops, because they think it's cool. Not for any other reason. They're just nostalgic and they're cheap. They're $10.
And that's also because pops don't transition solely to toy collectors, right?
Correct.
There's pop collectors, but then you could be somebody who doesn't collect anything, but Green Acres is your favorite show, and your family knows that. Like, oh, look, cute. They can get us some Green Acres. Here you go. You love this show. And then you have on your Chotsky shelf next to the fine china. Like,
so it's true, actually. So my divisional office secretary, she collects, they say she collects Funkos. What she does is she has a few that she really enjoys from movies or shows that she watched, and she only has like 20 of them, and she opens them up, which would give Rebel Girl a heart attack, and she puts them on her shelf, you know, but she has like Derek Jeter, and, you know, and she has like Venom or something. She's a very like random character she just likes, but she's not a collector. It's just something that she buys if she likes it, if she sees it, you know, or she's been gifted them. So I guess kind of like to your same point, but I think the Funko Pop is a no-brainer. I still really think that there's such a market for horror and all that kind of stuff that NECA seems to jump on everything when it comes out, that they can. And like you said, with Art, I think Art's character, and not to drift too much off into that world, but Art's character has evolved. You know, he was just kind of like Sam. And they need to do something else with Sam because that character is getting lost. He's a great character. Make something else that involves him. But he was in, was it All Hallows Eve, I think? Or he was in...
Art?
Was it Art that was in All Hallows Eve?
Yeah.
And then Sam was in comics before he became the movie, correct?
Yeah, and there's like a cartoon short of Sam.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get the two confused, but Art, I think, has evolved himself, and I'm not going to equate him, but he has evolved himself into, he is our newer generation's Jason or Freddy or Leatherface. He's just one of those characters that is becoming the newer generation's obsession. Where back in the 80s or back in the 90s, we were watching Jason die or Freddy Goes to Hell, or we're watching them fight, and Leatherface just continues to be an iconic character, but and Michael Myers, he's still making shit, but Art is kind of feng shuiing himself in there, kind of like Ghostface. You know, I don't think, this is my opinion, and I don't want to take this away because this would be good for your show, but I don't think until the last 10 years, maybe 15, Ghostface started to get way popular again.
So, yeah, no, you're absolutely right about Ghostface. Ghostface comes in waves, right?
Sure.
But my issue, like, I enjoyed Terrifier. I've enjoyed all three Terrifier movies and in All Hallows Eve. And there's something else before All Hallows Eve that he was also in. It was like a YouTube video or something that he's in also, like his first appearance.
I don't know why the House that October Built is in my head, but I know it's not the right thing.
But my issue with Art is that I preferred him as just a psychopath wearing clown makeup or mime makeup and being that. As you go into the second and third, now it's supernatural, demon, yada yada. Like, okay, you've kind of, for me, you've taken away what I liked about Art. The same way I've loved Ghostface because he was a normal person, who was just a psychopath, or normal people who were just psychotic, right? Versus a Jason, a Freddy, a Michael Myers, who all had this like supernatural essence to them over the years where they can just not die because I'm Jason. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. I'm gonna come back.
yeah. So I mean, I enjoy the movies, but I preferred Art as the idea he was just a psychopath who wore mind makeup and murdered people. I thought he was a better character that way.
I do enjoy it, man. He's great for just comedic entertainment value. I mean, look, is it gross and is it just absolutely the goriest thing ever? Yeah, it is. But I'm not gonna lie, man. For me, the gorier the better. I want it to be ridiculous.
I'm curious because I think the next one, they said it's going to be like a prequel and it's going to go through the origins of Art, where he came from.
Well, so that would be cool.
Yeah, what made Art?
So, Patrick, I actually think you're on the right path. I just don't like where they took her.
That movie was good.
Battle Angel was a great movie.
Yeah.
But I think, again, like, just to bring that up, I mean, I thought Battle Angel was a great movie, but I think Megan, I get pedo vibes, man. I don't know what it is about the movie, and I just didn't like the movie, period. And then they came out with the toys, and I'm like, something about it just didn't do right for me.
I didn't get pedo vibes from the movie at all. Like, I get the movie, I understood where it was nothing. After the movie, the internet has made it a very pedo vibe thing, right? Like when she dances and stuff, like they've really made it.
I can't. Maybe that's. I mean, I didn't care for the movie anyway, but maybe that makes it even worse for me. I'm just like, ugh.
The internet's ruined it for you.
I can't. I can't do it, man. Like Battle Angel, the girl was like early teens, man, but she was a badass. Like they weren't sexually objectifying her even after the movie came out. She just beat the shit out of people. And now Megan's like, oh, she's older now. Yeah, she's still a kid. It's still supposed to be a kid.
Well, see, she's older now. No, she's still a AI robot that's supposed to be a young girl. Like, there's no older now. That's what she is now. The actress is older, absolutely.
So it's funny though. But if you look at the movie now, the second movie,
it looks like she aged.
She looks older than the first girl, and I'm like, I thought she was a fucking robot.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, I can't say I enjoyed. I didn't hate the first one. I remember finding enjoyable aspects. I have no interest in the second one because, like I said, as soon as I saw they went the T2 route, it worked for T2. I love T2. I'm not interested in Megan 2. No, I'm good.
Jester. What Jester?
Yeah, who's the Jester? Killjoy?
Killjoy. What is Killjoy?
You've never seen Killjoy?
No, I think I have. That's why I'm like,
it's from Full Moon, the same people who do like all the Puppet Masters.
Same people do the Hatchet and shit?
No.
Maybe I haven't seen Killjoy.
Oh, bro. Killjoy starts off the first movie as like a murderous demonic clown that attacks the hood. It's like a hood boogeyman type thing.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
But then, like, as the different movies progress, it just gets more and more comedic to the point where, like, there's an episode, there's like one, they're like in a circus in another dimension, and then like he's got his friends and family who help him kill people, and then they fight like aliens. Like it goes crazy. But Killjoy is just a great design, and some of the characters that work with him are just funny characters. But like I said,
check that out.
It's from the same people who do like the Puppet Masters, the same spiel. A demon clown from never heard of it. I'll have to look into that. The Jester.
I'm gonna have to check it out, man. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check out Killjoy. I hope I remember.
Killjoy to me is very. Now I know you've done Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
You know Jack.
Are you talking about the makeup that everybody does? It all looks the same for clowns.
What?
Hold on, let me find it.
So you know, Halloween Horror Nights for several years they had like the main bad guy or the main monster character or whatever. There's like the storyteller, the usher, like different themes every year. There's one is Jack. He's a clown that is like the mascot of Halloween Horror Nights.
All right, let me see if this is what you're talking about. I can't think of who you're talking about, but this face is very common in the evil clown world. This guy?
If you bring up ICP, okay.
I'm serious though. This guy right here?
No, not that guy. Just look up Halloween Horror Nights Jack the Clown. I think his name's maybe his name has got to be Jack. Jack? No, is it not Jack?
How about this? This guy?
Yeah, that's him. Jack the Clown.
Oh, it's Jack.
Yeah,
Jack the Clown.
And then that's his little side chick or his little partner chick that you got to introduce like a Harley Quinn type character.
Damn, she's a side piece, all right.
Pieces, if you know what I mean. But like, so Killjoy is like in that type of character, but more comedic and cartoony. This guy is comedic but dark. But check it out, Killjoy. It's not great, but it's fun.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out, man. It sounds like a terrible watch, which is right up my alley.
Like he pulls up with like an ice cream truck in the hood with like drug dealers. He's like, "Do y'all got drugs? I'm not an undercover cop." They go in the back and then he murders them.
That's good family cinema. I've been looking for something to watch with Gianna, so that's fine.
Well, not just because we get into the horror movies. There's a movie on, I want to say it's on Netflix, but it might be Philo or something, but it's called Bitch Ass.
I've never seen it.
Bro, watch it. That movie was surprisingly good.
I'll
send you the name.
You ever seen The Clown?
Yes. Which one?
The one where the guy can't get the mask off. He puts on the suit and he can't get it off. It's like
I remember trying to pull his nose off and like it won't come off.
And he tries to cut his own head off and he can't. Like,
and he kills a dog.
Yes.
Fuck that movie.
I mean, it's a great movie. I don't know.
Oh yeah, but like
the dog shouldn't have been there. I don't know.
You gotta kill the fucking dog. Kill the kid all day. I don't give a shit about the kid. Don't kill the dog.
Holy crap, that escalated.
Because there's another one. There's another one like that. It's called Clown, but it's with a U, like CLAUN or something. It's like a French. I think it's French.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's a similar type, but it's a really good movie too.
I don't want to take away too many things because I think we've got some good topics for Collector's Hideout on Thursday.
Yeah, we do.
I've got some movies in my head already that I'm like, we need to talk about the movie. We need to talk about the movie. But we'll hang on to them. I'll text them to you. That way we've got them. But got some really good stuff lined up. Hey, guys, since you're in the chat, please, if you don't know, I mean, I should have let him do it himself, but Wheezy is going to be going live Thursday with Collector's Hideout, which, stop me if I'm wrong, is, for the most part, we're talking anything pop culture, but it's going to be a lot of, like, we're not going to be really talking about toys. It's going to be talking about everything else but toys.
Well, no, toys will be there. Like, just everything.
I heard no toys.
Everything.
So no toys.
Toys?
No capes.
Yes, toys. No, like we told you before, people who might not be aware or haven't heard, it's Shellhead Drinks and Toys. Because I had this podcast years ago, and it was supposed to be toys, toy news, and then just random conversation that happened. So it's going to be toys and toy news centric in theory, but I want to be everything else involved, right? The movies, the comics that bring us these toys, or even if they don't have toys, we want to have toys, or whatever, just pop culture in general. That's where we'll be at. New movie comes out, the new Jurassic Park, we're going to talk about that shit. How bad that potato-looking dinosaur looks, we're going to talk about that.
Oh my God. That thing. It looks like a xenomorph fucked a potato.
Like, but then it's just there because
Potatosaurus.
I'm in the idea that Drinks and Toys, I love doing Drinks and Toys, and we have our fans. And we're growing slowly, and it's beautiful. But I want to bring in the idea of more people who aren't like, oh, it's a toy podcast. Because there could be people who like horror movies, who like comic books, but they don't collect the toys. They don't give a shit about the toys.
Sure.
Let's encompass everybody and bring them all to the table.
I'm with you.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
That's just feel, you know?
So Thursday night, what time is it on?
We're going to go, we're probably going to do the same, 9 o'clock.
Thursday at 9
Comfortable?
o'clock.
So it was originally going to be recorded so I could edit and make it look nice and do all the bullshit and fine tuning. And I've been lazy. I've been busy. So screw it. We're going live. We're doing it. You're going to see how it goes.
So listen, everybody in the chat, we talked about that, but I do have a question for you, and this is a little bit of a technical difficulty kind of question. How did all of you know we were live tonight, other than if you were with us in the past on Tuesdays? Where did you connect and come online with us? If you could just quick, just be like YouTube, the Shellhead page, my personal page. Where did you see to come on?
So looking from what we can see on our end, we've got one person viewing through YouTube at the moment. We've got 6 people viewing through the Shellhead Toys Facebook page.
I'm just wondering where everybody's logging on from.
But that's interesting because usually it's our YouTube numbers are like up there. It's usually our YouTube numbers are like in the 4 or 5 people and like 1 or 2 on Facebook. It's swapped this week. That's interesting.
Charles, is that you, Chuckles?
I mean, it says Charles Clark.
I'm pretty sure that is my coworker. Hell of a guy.
Do we have to ignore this?
You're on YouTube. All right.
No? Tony? Do we have to ignore that one too?
No. He's a good guy. Charles, man, good to see you. Baby, it came up on my reels. Okay, that's good. That's an algorithm I want to see. I want to know that it's showing up on people's reels, so that's good. Tuna, Facebook. Okay, you guys are saying Facebook, though. Are you joining through my page or like my personal page, Tony, or are you joining through Shellhead Toys?
I mean, it looks like Shellhead.
It looks like it, too. I just want to see what they're saying.
Well, and now it's all changed. Now we've got 5 people through Facebook and we got 3 people through YouTube. Like, it's going around. I like it. I'm not mad at it.
Facebook last week. Huh. That's good, though. I'm glad it's coming up in the feeds. That's what I want to hear. So, Patrick, since you're coming to Tampa, what are you bringing, man? Inquiring minds want to know, are you bringing Robotech? Are you bringing Transformers? You guys always have like a nice little mixture of shit all across the table. But I'm all about that Robotech, man. I'm just curious what you're going to have.
Tony wants to give you money.
In the house. What's up?
Tony, you just want to give him money. Lay it out.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
You've got money. It's burning a hole in your pocket.
Nah, son, bills are burning the hole in my pocket. The money just keeps the flames down.
Jesus, bro.
I'm adorable. All right. So
I'm ready for the next show, though. Tampa?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. There's going to be a lot of really cool displays, which I'm actually excited to see. So Damian from El Cajon Retro does all the Spanish YouTube stuff, the toys and whatnot.
Right.
So I didn't know this.
We got to have him on here sometime.
Dude, he's got like 31,000 people to follow him, and he started a year ago.
So
now,
what you're saying is that we got to start talking Spanish?
Well, I'm thinking the Spanish community probably doesn't have that many people that do this. They do? So how the hell did he get so big overnight?
From what I've seen,
that's funny.
A lot of the Spanish community really supports the nerd aspect. And there's a huge collector base is Spanish. And I would be easy to say it's probably majority is a Spanish aspect. When you go to these shows, Spanish people are there. They love this shit. And I love them for it.
We got to get Damien on then.
Hell yeah, bring him.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. He wants to come video my collection and put it on his YouTube page.
Like, I felt bad the first time I met him. He was asking if he could video some of our table. And he was asking me, what?
Sorry, go ahead.
Like, what did I say? No, he was asking if we could video our table for his show. And then he's like, oh, can I ask you some questions? And I was like, not feeling well that day. I was like, no, man, I can't do anything. Like, just, you can do the table all you want. I'm just not going to do it. I feel bad because like I should have, talked with him, but I just wasn't in the right mindset. I wasn't feeling good, but he's a good guy.
He really is, man. He's a cool cat. He's got a hell of a collection, dude. It's fucking wild. But Ooh, bitch. All right.
Tony just saw the bank account drop a little bit.
Patrick. I'm gonna need you need to send me some pictures, man, because I might be coming home with me, and then you send me a number. All right, make it good. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with my emotions. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. I'll call you Big Worm next time I see you, dude. You got to do something with that hair. That shit got wild last time.
Whoa. Is that where we're going?
I love it because Patrick's always trying to hold that shit down with a hat, and that dude's got hair for days, man. He never does nothing with it.
It's kind of weird when you start talking about another man's hair. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, I'm feeling some type of way. So, no, Patrick, I'm interested, man. That's probably a dope. I know it's a dope ass piece. And I'd love to add it to my Macross collection, man. My Robotech and stuff is getting better, and I'm actually gonna I'm gonna start moving some things along that I'm done with. I'm gonna obviously Turtles is just a thing. It's not going anywhere, and I couldn't get out of the line if I wanted to. I'm just so deep right now, it's ridiculous. But gonna be moving along some of the modern pieces I have, which is Transformers, so on and so forth. Yes, we have seen it. I'll get to that in a second. And I want to keep going with the vintage Robotech because again, those pieces just keep escalating in value. Not so much the figures, but the actual vehicles themselves keep going up in value. And I've got a nice set of them, and they're all very pretty in the box and whatnot. And I don't mind having a couple Lucy's. I know it's weird for me to say, but it's Robotech, and I have to take what I can get. So that piece is freaking dope. I think it's dope.
What's that?
The Hot Wheels Jaws set. I sent it in the chat the other day.
Yeah. It's dope. I'm not excited about the potential prices.
Yeah.
Because Mattel can be hard to get exclusives. They sell out quick and people scalp them big time.
Wait a minute. I interviewed with him, that dude, and he purchased a lot with me. Wait a minute. Patrick, not being funny, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Gustavo, that's because Tony's lack of hair is a strong point of his. I heard he is jealous of J5 hair because it's long and easy to grow out. Yeah, his hair is about the only thing that grows out, I'm sure.
Solid 3 inches.
Woo! What were we talking about? Shit. What were we talking about, man? I was talking. Oh, the Jaws set.
The Jaws, the Hot Wheels, yeah.
So the Hot Wheels Jaws set, I think it's really cool. I didn't know about the Mondo set, or what it was going to cost, I guess, or that it was available until you guys told me about it. I saw a picture, but never did anything with it. And then I finally, eventually, obviously, just went ahead and pre-ordered. But so let me go ahead and pull up a picture. Now this is modern. There is a vintage, if I'm not mistaken.
What the fuck?
Where you can get the Blazer, Chief Brody's Blazer, and then I forget what else. But this is the set. Let me go ahead and screen share. Guys, like and share. I didn't. Oh, that must be.
No, I was trying to send the Facebook link for Collector's Hideout, so you could like and share the Facebook.
Oh, my
page.
bad. Yeah.
But the link's not sending for some reason.
So that's the set. If you guys see it, so it's Hot Wheels, right? So it's a small Orca, and it comes with the Bruce. But this piece over here, if you guys see my arrow, you see me doing that?
No.
You don't see me moving on the screen here? Hold on.
Nope. I see now. Yep.
So that's Brody's Blazer. And I thought this was vintage. It looks vintage. If you look at the card, it looks like an old Hot Wheels card.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not vintage.
So it's a reproduction.
What do you mean it's a reproduction? They've never released that before.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How sure are you?
When would they have ever released that? They've never did like a franchise.
Sure?
Right, like the last like 12, 13 years, maybe 15 years, they've been doing like franchise stuff like that, but like they didn't do that back in the 80s.
You mean they didn't do movies things back in the 80s? You're talking about like franchises back in the 80s.
Right, yeah. Franchise specific vehicles and shit. They didn't do that back in the 80s. I don't believe they did. I don't remember, but no, that I'm guaranteeing that's new.
I was told souls. I don't know about hair.
So yeah, no. So we collect souls. That's why we have freckles, because every freckle we have is a soul we've stolen from somebody.
That's true.
It's because we don't have our own soul, so we have to steal other people's soul.
That is also true.
That's also why I married a black woman, because I like that soul food. Because it's all about the soul.
So he's all about the soul. Holy shit!
I really make up for my lack of soul.
That all went so left.
Hey, according to the internet, though, according to the internet, gingers are black now, so I am good. I am in. It explains a lot.
Oh my god, that went so far the other direction, but so for the right reasons. That was great. Jesus Christ, dude. All right, so Tampa show. So guys, what we I say what we normally bring, but for the most part, I know Weezy's got some light boxes he's finishing up. He's got some 3D printed stuff he's bringing. We've got the normal load of NECA turtles that we are dumping. They're probably going to be 2-for-1s again. If not, they're going to be marked so far down it's not even funny. We're moving all of that modern turtles out. We've got a lot of vintage coming. I've stocked up on some newer vintage. I say newer. I've stocked up on more vintage. And then, of course, also...
See, this guy gets it.
I won some auctions recently for some vintage G.I. Joe, some vintage Toy Biz pieces.
We might have, if I can arrange it, it's going to be on, it's not going to be from us, but I'm going to be helping a buddy out possibly, and having some vintage Jurassic Park, the compound, some big pieces, some hard to get Jurassic Park vintage pieces.
So Weezy sent in the group chat the other day, if you're looking for Jurassic Park, man, some of the pieces that he posted, I didn't know there was such a big following for Jurassic Park until probably a couple months ago. And the new movie got announced and they were sharing more and more about it. And so people start, you know how it is, whenever there's a new movie, everybody automatically goes, what was vintage, right? So they're looking at all the older stuff. So people are posting the older toys. And I'm like, oh, I remember that. That was cool. Or this was cool. I didn't realize the value of some of these older original Jurassic Park pieces. And it's like something like, oh, you want a T-Rex? And you're thinking, it's a T-Rex. You probably made 1 million of them. Well, they did. But the battle damaged T-Rex, he's got the little piece on the side, his rib cage is showing and shit.
Yep.
People always lost the cover
the little
that would go in there. Yeah. So like you can buy a T-Rex for $20. Well, if you've got his cover, now he's $300. It's the craziest thing. And then they would break down. The joints in the mouth would chip away and break down. All those rubbers would break down. So if you can find...
It's really bad when a rubber breaks down.
That's true.
That's the problem.
And you end up with kids. Ask Damien and John. So when
I feel like they wouldn't know. I feel like...
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
There, but I feel like they don't know.
I didn't mean it like that. But when you buy original JPs, all the rubber and the materials and everything they made out of them is breaking down so much worse than any 80s or 70s or even older toy. It's crazy how much they're breaking down so badly. But there's a following for them being in the box, not being damaged, and not missing their pieces, as most toys are. But JP, for some reason, is one of those lines that goes from 0 to 60. It's either worth garbage or it's worth a shit ton if it's in the package.
Yeah, and what we're bringing, it's all mint in box, never been open.
They look great.
Jurassic Park. And then also, I don't know if you saw the last picture I sent was The Lost World. Was it The Lost World? No. The fuck that? What the hell is it? The one with the little monkey guy that like lives with the people. There's a bunch of dinosaurs. Come on, man. Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost. One of the sets is the Land of the Lost compound set.
Oh, so I don't know what the value is on that, but I remember the show.
Yeah, but so I'm working it out with him that he's asked me if I can help him out, and he's a good friend of mine. So I'm like, yeah, see if I have space at the next show, we could throw him on a table, get some new eyes at the table, maybe. Land of the Lost, yeah.
He was sitting on that shit. First of all, Rebel Girl and I have 4 between us. I have 4 cats, if you're equating to that. My cats are my girls.
12 kids. Where the fuck are you, Nick Cannon? Jesus Christ.
My Diddy. Looking forward to the show in Tampa. Again, we're gonna bring in all that stuff. Vintage Transformers. I did pick up a G2 piece for. So mad about that. Back in the day, all Jurassic Park toys were on clearance KB toys. You know what? It's so wild, man. And I remember that. I remember when I used to work at a record store in the mall, and I would go on my breakdown at KB Toys because Robots in Disguise Transformers were out. It was back in like 2003, 2004. And I would go down there to look at the Robots in Disguise toys and see if I could get. There were two that I was after. I was after Optimus and God Magnus, and you couldn't. They were always sold out. You could never get them. And but I always remember seeing Jurassic Park flooding, and I thought, again, I was 20 something, so I'm like, oh, who the hell buys Jurassic Park? But in the reality, if you'd have stocked up on that shit when they were clearance, God, what they're worth now.
Hindsight, man. It's 2020, baby.
It's wild because I stop and think about, like, if we go to the store right now, and I know it's not the same quality, but people who are stocking up on all these clearance, like Turtle Toys or Transformers or whatever goes on clearance shelves, even if you took all that shit and you shoved it in a bin and said, I'm not looking at this for 15 years, would it appreciate?
No.
You think because it's not a major franchise? Because they are a franchise.
I think the problem now is that there's so many people doing it. Like before, toys from the 60s, 70s, 80s, even in the early 90s, toys were played with. You had a few people who collected or they held on to it for potential value, but toys were played with.
That's true.
You know, toys now, collectors are buying it. And they're not playing with them.
I will say this. Hasbro Transformers off the shelf, people are opening.
Well, because they're shit.
Well, I mean, people are playing with them. They're transforming them. They're doing something. But
yeah, but they're a shit line versus their third-party counterparts.
I don't disagree, but I'm saying people are buying and they're playing with them. Like, parents are going into the store and little Johnny wants a Transformer and he's getting it and they're opening it and the kid's playing with it.
Right, but you got to remember, the parents are buying it for little Johnny, but then, you know, Collector Tony is coming around right after him and buying 4 of them. The one to keep in his open, the one to keep in his in package, and 2 for a friend, right? Just in case they need.
It's one to open and then one just in case. In case for what?
Yeah, like that's the problem, is that you got all these guys who are buying them in hopes that eventually they can get rich off them in the future. Like, it's just going to be a flood of that type of stuff. At least that's how I see it. It doesn't happen with comic books in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
So, you know what I think is wild, and it's not off subject, really, but we're talking about Transformers Machine War 1. Gustavo, I feel like you're making shit up. Machine War. When did this come out?
He's got a big fish tank, right? Full of, like, manatees, and they just push the balls.
I got it. They just push the ball over, and they're like, all right, let's make a Family Guy episode.
That's it. That's what Gustavo does. It's like,
God,
how am I going to screw with Tony? I'm going to ask him a question. What are we asking, manatees? Boom.
So, all right, so here's my thought process. So, how is it that Ollie's is ending up with, like, I'll just use Fortress Maximus as a example. So, Fort Max comes out, the big giant Fort Max, 2 feet tall. I have him. He comes out. He sells out. He is instantly a $400 or $500 toy because nobody can get him. He's sold out everywhere. You don't get Fort Max unless you pay for him. He's still gone. You can't get him anywhere. Then all of a sudden, Big Bad Toy Store says, "Well, we're going to sell him for $200. You can pre-order." This is like 3-4 years later. You're going to have a chance to get Fort Max, $200. All right, cool, because that's what they went for. Then people are finding them at Ollie's for $75. Was it Ollie's or
was it Ross?
No. He went to Ollie's.
Okay. So this has happened before with Transformers. It's like they take a shipment, comes in, and it gets lost somewhere, and I feel like I'm frozen.
You are. It's okay.
Okay. But look, it gets lost somewhere, and it just never makes retail. And then all of a sudden, 3-4 years later, they find this lost shipment in the warehouse, and then they don't have anywhere to put it because now it's 4 years old, and it goes straight to discount stores.
So that blows my mind because there was enough that every Ollie's got a case.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy, and I looked, man, I skewered the Ollie's that I could get to try to find them. And now they're all gone, but they're back on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, just like the OG Omega Supreme that they made, the big giant one.
God damn it.
That's all right. The big giant one they made that's 2 feet tall. And he was $200 when he first came out. Sold out, couldn't get him. If you go to eBay right now, he's $400 to $500 if you want him. But he's on pre-order. I have him on pre-order. Big Bad Toy Store is supposed to release him again this year. So it's like, it's so hard to say what is something that, like, if you don't buy it now, you're not getting it later, because I keep seeing everything get re-released. I'm not, that FOMO feeling for me, and I'm nuts. I'm so impulsive. Like, I have to buy it now. I can't miss it. Has fallen off because I just keep seeing them we'll release again.
Well,
2 years.
See, that, to me, is because these toy companies, especially Hasbro, they've realized kids aren't buying toys.
Right,
before
buying toys.
Right. Before, they were worried about kids buying toys. So they had to keep new product, keep it going because the kids want new stuff. Right? Collectors, though, they know that no matter what they put out, if it's vintage or re-release, there's going to be people who didn't get it, that they're going to sell these things. And they take a gamble on specific characters who might not sell well versus this and that. And they're just stealing the money, essentially, out of collectors' pockets.
So, really quick, I want to go back to what Gustavo was pulling up. He said Machine Wars. I don't know anything about it. But I'm going to show you exactly what I pulled up for that shit. And this looks like, it almost looks third party. It's so bad. So, Gustavo, is this it? It's like G2 third party looking. They look really bad. They look like really bad.
That looks like Transformers you'd buy in like Dollar General.
Right. There you go. That's Five Below, baby, all day. That's what it looks like.
Man, that's not cute.
You know, it's funny. I was pricing today G2 Transformers because I was like, you know what? People ask for them all the time at the show from us. And I was like, let me see what I can find. You can't touch them, man. G2 was more rare than G1 because it was such a short run line. They are hundreds of dollars for the crappiest toys. I mean, they have Devastator in like 12 different colors. You know, if you want to do the G2 Bruticus, I know you don't know all of them, but G2 Bruticus, G2 Jazz, all these characters are all $350 for one character. I can buy a G1 Jazz complete in the box for $350. Why wouldn't I buy that one? But it's like everything G2, again, because it was such a limited run. I remember G2s came out when I was probably 12. I want to say 12, maybe 13. I was still deep in Turtles, but I was seeing G2s at Target.
You've always been deep in Turtles. Balls deep.
Balls deep in Turtles, baby. That's how I live my life.
Not even Venus.
All right. So anyway, yeah, like I said before, excited for Tampa. Think it's going to be really cool. Got some really nice stuff coming. Got some Star Wars. I don't typically like to carry Star Wars. It's not my thing.
Star Wars is very like finicky as to what it is.
We did well. If you remember in Sarasota 2 years ago, we had the giant Darth. We sold him. He was loose. He did well. He didn't even have a nice lightsaber, but we have a Darth now in the box with a really nice lightsaber, obviously because it's sealed. We've got the Stormtrooper.
It's like the 3 or 4 foot Darth Vader, right?
Yep. And we've got the giant Stormtrooper coming. Again, his bag is in plastic because he's new. He doesn't have the box bottom because it was gross, and I took it off, and I'm not keeping that. And then we have 3 of the 36-inch. I think it's Cody and Rebel Girl would know better, but Cody, the Clone Wars or clone character, whatever. But there's like 3 of him. There's like a blue one, orange one, a red one, and got a great deal on all those. So we're going to be moving those out. Star Wars Cats, I'm sure we'll sell them. Very big following for those. And whenever they're at shows, they seem to move. because they're nice pieces. They're not too big to be in the way, but they're just big enough to be cool, and people dig them. And again, have some vintage turtles coming. In fact, I don't know if I can even. You can't really see from here, but there's a stack over there of vintage turtles. I mean, guys, this is just it's my life. I don't know how to show it, but look at that. That's one room.
God damn.
It's just stuff stacked on top of stuff. That's my friend Noah. That's my Deadpool. But I mean, it's stacked. I mean, it's just stacked upon stacked upon stacked. So it's everywhere. The fourth bedroom's got toys in it. We've got a lot that we're bringing. I've got a bunch of the new, you call them knockoffs, but I'm telling you right now, I played with it. It's G1 all day. G1 Megatrons. I got 2 of them. They're in the box. They're beautiful. Hold on a minute. Rebel Girl's going to bed. So they're beautiful. They're in the box. They're obviously they're complete because they're the quote unquote knockoffs. But I know Johnny sold his. They're awesome. I actually almost thought about keeping one because the quality is so damn good. But they'll be at the show. They'll be there for you guys to get. We got a G1 Springer from the movie. Yes, it's a knockoff reproduction, but it's freaking awesome. If you guys you know if you know who the character is, he was a major character in the movie, and it's just a really good piece. We've got just a bunch. I mean, I can't go through all of it. We just have so much that we're bringing that we didn't have before that I've stocked up on, and I need the show to happen so I can start unloading. So hopefully you guys come, you spend some money, we make some deals, we get you hooked up, because the more you buy, the more we can turn around and go out and find the other stuff that you want. But got to have that money, right? I got to make the money and then go buy the other stuff. And I've been doing these auctions, finding cool shit. GoBots, I almost scored a bunch of really good GoBots. I almost scored a really big loose Transformer line. I'm bringing back the 2 boxed Jetfires. We've got the 1 loose Jetfire. So we're here for you, man. We're bringing what you guys want to see. So hopefully you come out to the show and you have a great time. Tell your friends, please, even if you can't make it. Gustavo, Nicole, I know we'll see you there. Tuna will probably see you. Steve will probably see you. Patrick, we know you're running the show. We know Alex will be there too. So if you guys know anybody, please share, man. It's only better for all of us. More people that are there, the better the show goes, and the better it is for us to come out next time. So, Weez, you want to plug anything for Collector's Hideout?
I mean, we kind of did earlier, but yeah, I mean, we hope, or I hope, that everybody, at least that's watching at the moment, however many we still have, we got 4 people, that you guys check us out on Thursday. We're going to stream it through the same avenues we're at right now, just so people just get used to it and see where it goes. It's also going to be on my Collector Hideout YouTube page. So follow that, like it, subscribe, whatever the hell you have to do. I put the link in the chat earlier for the Facebook page. I need to get those likes up to be able to stream live through Facebook.
How many do you need to get where you need to be streamed?
I need 15 more.
Likes?
I'm at 85. I need 100 likes on my Collector's Hideout page to be able to stream through that.
All right, so you guys heard it. I know you're the only ones that are out live right now, but hopefully other people listening. Please tell your friends. We need 15 people to like Collector's Hideout. So share it. You guys share my page, and if you don't, please do it. But share it. Share Shellhead Toys. Share the podcast. Please, we need your help. And then share Collector's Hideout so we can get Wheezy off the ground and make some stuff happen. And we got to make some stuff happen for Johnny. But Johnny's got to check his page or something weird with it. I don't know. But let's get Collector's Hideout off the ground. And let's keep on sharing Shellhead. Again, we have a good time, man. Look, I don't care if this ever becomes anything, but I don't want to put in all this effort and nothing ever happens.
Right? Yeah. So Thursday will be the first show. It'll go great. We're gonna have a wonderful time. Not worried about that. The topics are gonna be all over the place, so I really hope that everybody finds something to enjoy. I just need people to also know that the show will be even better and more successful if we keep the communication and the people talking in the comments section, because that gives us even more to talk about. So bounce off and jibber jabber.
One thing we've never done, and we've talked about doing, uh, Gus, if that's what it takes, I will find something to open, and I'll even find it to be vintage. That way, you feel better.
Woo!
So what I was going to say was, we have never videoed the show what was going on, and we talked about it. And there's plenty of YouTubers that just walk around a show videoing what they're buying and what they're doing, and so a lot of people don't like to be videoed either, though. So what I had stated was, I always set up on Fridays, and Wheezy can't usually show up until Saturday morning. He's got to work. But now he's got off on Fridays, so he should be able to show up and hang out. So kind of the point is, if we show up early and we set up our show and we start seeing, getting down to closing, we see other people are set up, then Wheezy and I should be able to walk around and live feed with you guys and kind of show you what we're seeing. We don't even have to worry about a GoPro dying, because we can go live and be like, hey, look at this toy, look at this, and show things, and maybe that'll help. And then, of course, at the same time, what was I going to say? Fuck, I was talking about the shows. Sugar.
Content?
Yeah, now the alcohol's kicking in. I can't remember what I was going to say.
That's a lot of sugar.
Crapple. In any case, it was to go live and kind of show you guys what was going on and what we were buying, hopefully, or seeing, and hopefully it helps other vendors. But I think going live is going to help. But at the same time, with Collector's Hideout, when they take off, when Wheezy's thing takes off, same thing. Like, it'd be nice when we go to shows for Wheezy to be able to log on for Collector's Hideout and show toys. Even though it's not 100% what they're doing, maybe he can show things like the swag. Like, there's somebody makes posters, or somebody has shirts, or whatever. It's all culture related. But in any case, we'd like to start bringing you different content as opposed to us sitting here getting drunk and talking about toys.
So we, at that same idea, is that obviously we've got 4 or 5 people in the chat right now. Anybody else who's watching later on, leave us comment ideas, stuff that you'd like to see or that you like seeing elsewhere that we can maybe, try and put a drinks and toys twist on and bring you some fresh ideas as well, some fresh content, some other avenues for us. I know Shellhead has a TikTok. Tony's surprised. Shellhead has a TikTok. I know J5 has access to it. Collector's Hideout has a TikTok. And I just recently started posting on there. I'm starting to show snippets of my collection, various shelves, different areas of my collection. Each day I'm putting something else up. And then once I start getting the episodes, there'll be more and more stuff on my TikTok. So if you guys are interested on there, check it out. It's Collector's Hideout. You should be able to find me pretty easy. Because I've had people ask to see the collection. I don't know how to do a full video of the entire collection. So Mechadome, I know, is one who does ask. So you can definitely check out TikTok, follow there. You can start getting an idea. Patrick needs a new phone holder. I might have one. I forgot which one you got last time. I hate to understand why you need a new one, though. That's between you and the phone holder.
That shit's great. I'm really hoping. So Patrick always brings really cool stuff, and I love it, man. I love digging through whatever he brings to the table. I'm really hoping that there is a newer vendor at Jeff's shows that skinny guy, real skinny guy. He is of some kind of Asian descent for sure, and he's got a really his girlfriend's real skinny, and they're really nice. But I haven't had a whole lot of interaction. Just the small time I talked to them are super nice, but they're very quiet. And so they've only started coming to Jeff shows maybe the last 2 or 3. And it's the guy that Johnny got the Scorponok from that I bought. But they've had some really cool pieces at their booth. And it's a lot of very obscure, expensive, and third-party Transformers. And I'm excited to see what they bring to this show. They seem to sign up for all of them, so they must be making some kind of money. And then I want to see what Mark Moriarty always brings something worth going after, at least for me. It's always vintage. He's the one. You remember he had the giant Voltron I passed on for $300?
Yep.
I should have bought it because it's
you
700 beans. but I passed on it because I'm an idiot. But he always brings something really cool. And then of course, who the hell is the one guy? I don't know his name, and I feel so bad. But he's the Puerto Rican gentleman. He's a nurse, and he's always got his tables stacked on one another, and he's always got the giant Transformers all across the top. He's got the knockoffs. He's got the bins and the baggies of all the Transformers.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about.
I thought Alex knew. Patrick, do you know who I'm talking about? The guy who's always got the G1 Transformers, and he's always got Voltron pieces. He's kind of a punker. Hold on. Let's Gustavo. Again, some of the collector's editions of games with that come with figures. Some games do have a toys.
So just to touch
I don't know
on
anything about that.
So to touch on what Gustavo just said, right? That's where my idea of collector's hideout. That's one of the aspects I want to do. Is like I've got friends who know stuff about different things. I've got a friend who knows video game stuff like the back of his hand. Like I want to maybe have an episode. He can come on, talk shit, talk video games, talk special editions. I've got a buddy who I've talked to Tony about who's like a Transformers guru. I want to try and have him on, talk Transformers. Whether it be movies, shows, toys, whatever.
It's fun to talk
Transformers. Like that's what I want. Also, the collector's hideout to be all those different aspects. So, Gustavo, there will definitely be a video game episode, and I hope you're available for when we do that one. That it will be there for sure.
Join Collector's Hideout, guys. You'll see it the other. So Tuna said, "Always buy Voltron when you see it." He is not wrong.
Hey, what's going on, Elixir? New guy. Never seen that.
New cat, man. All right,
Welcome.
Good stuff. Love that new blood.
Sadly, we're almost at the end of the show. Damn it.
Patrick, yeah, just call him Voltron. Holy crap. I remember that. I remember when he was walking around in that suit, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm a little creeped out. What's funny is he has cool pieces, man. He sells things complete, but then he sells like Omega Supreme. OG Omega Supreme, I was ready to buy one loose, and I'm not a loose guy, giggity. But I was ready to buy one if it was complete and working. And so he had like 3 or 4 sitting on his table, and the one that he had that had all the tracks was missing the yellow clips that go in the front of Omega Supreme. And he goes, "Yeah, I don't have them. It's just I have what I have, and that's it." And I'm like, "Well, then it's not worth it because I can buy one in the box for $400 complete." Which is weird because Omega Supreme's awesome, but he had him. He wanted like $200. Really nice guy. I like him. He's very cool, but he wanted like $200 for a loose one missing pieces. And I'm just like, nah, man, it's not my wheelhouse. The best thing I bought from him was one of the Mospeda riders, which is the Robotech motorcycle riders, 100% complete, very very nice. And I paid like $275, and then I funny enough, I fucking won one in the box, mint complete, might as well have been sealed for $250. So I'm getting that bitch graded. Super stoked, really cool piece. So now I can play with the other one. I won't, but I can. Yeah, I've got so much crap I have to bring to the show in Tampa that I cannot even afford to get graded, but I will. I'm probably going to have $1,000, and I'm not even touching on Turtles, $1,000 of shit to be graded. So what is this? Wheezy, we met at Walmart a while ago, pointed me to the BAC shredder.
Oh, shit. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so you're out meeting men in the wild and showing them where to buy
stuff. Bro, he is one of the heads of the Lakeland Ghostbusters.
Oh, so funny story. So my buddy lives in Newport Richey, and he actually has been hanging out with the Orlando Ghostbusters. His name is Gary. Him, Gary, and Rick. They dress up as Ghostbusters.
Oh, calm down. That's Orlando. This is Lakeland. That's like Blood versus Crips.
Whatever, dude. And then he has a black Elantra that's set up to look like Ecto-1, which I'm sorry. I think it's cool, but I don't get it. You have an Elantra and you dress it up to look like Ecto-1. I'm like, Ecto-38 maybe. I don't know, but.
No, because, it was in a Target, and he was sitting there looking, or Walmart. Yeah, it was a Walmart. And he was looking in the collector section. I walked up and I was looking. And whenever I see other people there, I always ask, "Hey, man, what's going on?" are you looking for something? Because like I do a lot of hunting. Maybe I've seen what you're looking for. Make those connections. And
So basically, you walked up and you said, you know,
if you
50
show me,
for half and
if you
half.
show me
arrow
yours, I'll
plus
show you
extra.
mine. That's what it comes down to.
Did you say I need that evidence bag?
Yeah.
Keep
And then-
going. Talk to him. See what he gets. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I mean,
2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Goddamn. But yeah, no. I'm glad that were you able to actually find the shredder? I think you commented on a previous episode that you found it. I don't remember, but I do remember you commenting a while back. But yeah, no, that's awesome though. Like this is what the show's about: fucking building and communicating and growing. And Tony said he'll be back in a second. It's been like 17. Wild. Dan, I wish you were here earlier, man. You could have enjoyed the full show. We're getting ready to pop off this thing. Oh, man. Tony, is those big ass turtles behind you? Well, I mean, hurry up, run back.
Sorry.
Awesome, man. I'm glad you found those things, bro. That's awesome.
So
Glad
I
I
saw
came up and
that
find them.
reaction. It's like kind of off subject. Well, it's very off subject. So reaction is they do like fucking everything. Transformers do GI Joes and all that crap. And so one of the
Like
pieces,
Pops.
maybe, one of the pieces they do is the only reason I collect GI Joe at all is I do the Python Patrol and I do the Tiger Force classified series, and I do the reactions. Well, they just announced the Cobra Commander Python Patrol, and the weird thing about it is he's articulated because all the reaction figures just go. That's it. They have arms and legs, even worse than any other 3 3/4 figure. They don't articulate in any other way, shape, or form. And for some reason, this one is like full articulation.
Well, that's weird.
That's fucking weird, man.
Huh. Apologize.
Hey, baby. Baby, come here. She's like.
Oh,
baby.
that's awesome. Okay, so he does figure photography.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I told him, like, bro, you should, look into like putting some of that up. Like, people sell these types of things. You do some nice art because he showed me examples, and now he's doing it. That's great, man. I hope it fucking blows up for you, bro. Succeed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Elixir, you do toy photography, man. I'd love to know what your page is so I can follow it, share it.
I will. If he'll probably put it in here, but if he doesn't,
Giggity.
I will send it to you. Whoa.
Very cool. Elixir, man, always excited to meet another collector, whether it be for toys, photography, whatever, man. Anything toy related is always a good time. You always find people connect, man, with the weirdest stuff. And for some reason, toys seem to be great. Between that and music, I've had a great life. I enjoy the connections I've made with people, for sure. But all right, so it's 10:30. Wheeze. I don't have anywhere really to be too early tomorrow. I mean, work, but not crazy. You have to get up at like 4, though, don't you?
Yeah, I got to be up early. I got a message from the wife saying that there's a situation outside I have to go handle before I go to bed too.
Yeah, it's a situation, all right.
Something out in the yard. Something's going on out there. I have to go take care of.
You guys do it where you want to, but so I will stay on and close this out. I'll bullshit with the crowd for a little bit, and then I'll head out. So if you want to dip, man, it's all good.
Cool. Well, enjoy.
Easy as always, man. Collector's Hideout, guys. Please get on that shit. Check it out. Don't leave us hanging.
Yes.
We will see you Thursday.
Evening. Later.
So.
Or not.
Or not, I guess. No, you're not out. All right, there you are. All right, so I'm all by myself. That's it. That's the whole show. That's all I'm going to do. Now. So, yeah, I kind of want to recircle around. I don't know if anybody's paying attention at this point. Who's still on? Gus, you're here. Elixir, you're still here. Patrick, did you dip? Like, who else dipped? What are we down to? Like 2 people? I know we all have to work tomorrow. There's 6 of us on. Luckily, I only have to travel like a half hour tomorrow. Thank God. All right, so Patrick's here. All right, good. Cool. Thank God. Patrick, do you remember the old Harmony Gold Robotech figures where they were giant Barbie dolls in the box? Gustavo, heard any update about Magic Square Ultra Magnus Smash 3? I have not. You know what, dude? Johnny's a way better information book on that kind of stuff. I actually don't ever see it or hear about it until I see it in a group. I don't have any inside knowledge. The sad part is, as much as I sell third party, you think I would, but I'm very like detached. Whatever comes up is whatever. I'm making. Motherfucker, I didn't ask what you making, man. I asked if you knew what Macross figures were in the box from Harmony Gold. I'm making baked spaghetti. God damn it. Oh shit. So I'm wondering, like Harmony Gold did like these Barbie style. They did Rick, they did Lisa, they did Min May, they did Dana. Yes, you had a Lisa. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I was actually looking at that line, man. They're not that expensive. I can tag on all of them for $50 or less. What you run into is they all have the same problems. They're such a weird freaking box, and the way they shipped in their shipper crates. When people tried to ship them after the fact, they were crushing the boxes. So instead of having that little like, when I say they're weird, they're weird. So I'm gonna try to do the shape as best I can. So here we go. So it was like straight line, curve, straight line, straight line. So what would happen is this back curve would get crushed, and so you could never get a nice crisp box. And they're older and older. So just curious if he had any of them. It's a line I'd like to get into, but my worry is, again, the boxes are going to be crushed. But I'm also thinking I may not have a choice and just kind of have to take them for what they are, and get them as I need them or as I want them. So yeah, we have any Gundam collectors? I'm still in that line. I don't know why. I've only seen Gundam Wing and Gundam 8th MS Team, so I'm not really sure why I'm still in that line. But I'm still buying those, and apparently there's another $400 worth of Gundam figures out. I continue to buy them because I'm stuck in the line, but I keep thinking about just taking them all and selling them because it's Gundam. I think it's cool, but it'd be cool to make the money and sell them and move on, because anything you've ever found in the store, even though they're $25, they're all worth way more than that now, because the line was not made that heavy. And so the first runs, the first waves are a lot more money now. So and there you go. So Gustavo has a few. Elixir, you have a few too. And I guess you guys are talking about the new ones, right? Like the ones like I'm talking about, they're in the normal, they're maybe like 6 inches tall or something like that. They're really cool. Kits are figure. So I'm not a big kits person. I do have kits that I've built. One of them was I paid $200 for this kit. It's a chick on a motorcycle, and it's very Bubblegum Crisis 2040. Which, if anybody doesn't know what that is, Bubblegum Crisis 2040 was a dope ass anime. So if you know Bubblegum Crisis 2040, please speak up. I love it. It's great. But that was kind of what this was based off of. It looked like Kaneda's bike from Akira, but the character riding it was from Bubblegum Crisis. And then I have an Evangelion Unit 1 model kit, which is whatever. A lot of people have that. Patrick, I'm curious if any of those sold. If not, I'll just keep collecting, I guess, and keep them. I don't know how to fucking treat that one otherwise. I am going to be bringing, for Shellhead Toys, we got asked to bring the life-size Terradrome. I can't bring it. Not that I don't have the physical means, but I had to take the doors off of my house to get this thing out the back door. And then you're talking about finding something to transport it in, having it at the show, hoping to God it sells. And if it doesn't, I've got to transport that back to my house, back through my back doors, and it's a nightmare. So I won't be doing that anytime soon. Oh, crap. Patrick, man, I'm going to have to jump on that bandwagon then and maybe dump all mine. since you sold out like that. That's fantastic. But we're bringing life-size Deadpool. I have the NECA Deadpool. I'm sorry, we're reading, or I'm reading. Gustavo, I'll have to check it out, man. I'll have to check it out for sure, and I'll shoot you a message on that. But we're bringing life-size Deadpool. He will be for sale. He's right here. Hold on. That's our boy. That's our special boy. That is the NECA Deadpool. He's 100% foam. Really cool piece. I don't really. I got a great deal on him. He's very expensive if you have to buy it through NECA. So rest assured, Shellhead Toys will be passing on the savings that I got onto you, and hopefully it's a piece you're after. I still like my Slimer, man. He's still creepy as shit. Just sitting there next to me while I do the podcast. And if you guys can see kind of up there, turtles, all the way on across. Just fucking turtles for days, man. I mean, that's the, if you can see out in the kitchen. Yeah. There's Bender. I don't know, lots of weird shit. Transformers, you name it, I pretty much have it. It's all over the wall. So if you're ever bored and you want to come up, my house is a museum. That was a Adam Family thing, but yeah. So anyway, bringing that, bringing, like I said, the other stuff, the vintage turtles, like we always do. We've got some new pieces. I'm bringing back another tattoo. Got a bunch that were graded with CAS that I'm hoping they bring to this show. The last time I gave it to them was in April. I don't know if they're going to be here to drop them off, I should say. But I do have a lot of stuff to give to them that I just, it's $1,000 at least, man. It's $1,000 if it's a day. It's all Robotech. One really nice Voltron piece that needs to go to them. It's big stuff. Yes, Elixir. Yeah, man, 100%. It's at the fairgrounds. Again, you can't miss us. We always have our Shellhead Toys banner up. Wheezy is always, he's helping the show. He's part of the Shellhead family. So, yeah, man, if you want to come out and hang out, come see us. We're always down to get to like interact with our new customers. We don't give a shit if you buy anything. We just want to hang out and talk to people who are like-minded. You know what? I bought that art 2 years ago, a year ago, and then you can't see it. I guess you kind of can in that corner, is a Mars Attacks Martian, which is probably my favorite one. I also have another clown that's in the living room. I have another arcade that's in the kitchen. I don't know if I can reach that far. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, X-Men. There's X-Men right there. Over here, you cannot see it, but there is The Simpsons. There's Mortal Kombat. There is Marvel vs. X. No, there is, what the hell is it? X-Men and Avengers. And then behind me, you can't see it, I don't think, but right there straight back is Turtles under the blimp. Always a good time in my house. We will be there looking Ghostbusters in the Ecto car. That's awesome. So, Elixir, are you guys going to be at the Lakeland show with the car? Because I remember seeing somebody showed up with a Scion XB that was ectoed out, and then the owner of a real, honest-to-God Ecto car came out to that same show. And I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Are you guys planning to show up to Lakeland? If you are, that'd be really cool. Let me know. And if not, I can put you in touch with Jeff if you, well, you obviously you are. I'm sorry, my bad. To get out there. But, yeah, again, I think I got that from Spirit. I can't remember, man. I buy them as I see them. I've got the Leatherface, the OG Leatherface, where he's got the women's mask on or whatever, and he's wearing a suit. So it's from the first movie. I would love a Leatherface dressed as his name is Anthony something. I can't remember his name, but hands down my favorite Leatherface, and he's the one from the remake with Jessica Biel, and by far my favorite Leatherface. I like Gunnar Hansen, don't get me wrong. All those rando obscure guys I could do without. I don't really give a shit, but Gunnar Hansen, the OG Leatherface, and the newer guy Anthony, whatever his last name is. Awesome character, and I love those two the most. They're just my two favorite Leatherfaces of all time, for sure. Where we are, Lincoln Ghostbusters in the after card. Very cool. All right, very cool, Elixir. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, who's still alive, man? Elixir Gustavo. Patrick, maybe. I don't know. What else we got? He's making baked spaghetti. If you guys didn't hear, who those are, Turtle Collectors. So they are re-releasing again the Raphael in the trench coat, which I do have. So I have doubles of damn near everything, but I don't know if you can see right above my thumb is Raphael in the trench coat from the movie. And I have all of the, regular turtles from the movie. And then I have all of them in the box. The only one I don't have in the box is Trenchcoat Raphael. So I'm going to be able to get Trenchcoat Raphael for $149 and not pay the $400 that he's been going for on eBay, because that is what that dude has gone up to. You can't touch him. He's way too high. But I think, again, those prices, as NECA keeps re-releasing things, what used to be grails are not going to be grails anymore, which is a little sad. And I don't know if this is possible, and Wheezy might have to stop me on it, but I'm thinking about, the clamshell turtles. If you guys don't know what that is, they had these OG clamshells. I've got knockoffs. Wheezy's got the OGs, but there were the clamshell Mirage turtles, and they're insane. They're probably almost $3,000 now for the group if you want them all. They're on AliExpress right now for $100 for all four. I'm waiting for NECA to re-release those. They have the mold. They know people will buy it. And if they really wanted to make the money, they could just do it. So, really, will it be similar to that? Elixir, what were you talking about? I'm sorry, man. I was rambling a lot. Really, will it be single or 2-pack? Oof. This drinks and toys part is getting a little weird. I haven't eaten enough today. I'll tell you that right away. Should be called food, drinks, and toys. Plus, not for nothing, guys, I'm on a diet and I've been working out, so Daddy's burning calories. He's hungry. Trenchcoat ref. No. So you're talking about the 2-pack with Casey. I'm talking about quarter scale. So let me hang on a minute. That the Trenchcoat Raphael quarter scale. So the 2-pack you're talking about is with Casey, which has already been done. It was done, and everybody has it, and nobody cares. It even went on clearance. It is a thing. But Trenchcoat Raphael by himself in the quarter scale was very, very expensive. It was a short run. I don't know if it's an exclusive or not, but it was a short run. And he's the only one I don't have in the box. But I have him loose. In fact, I don't know if you probably can't even see from here. If you can't see, the blue box is right there. That looks like the party wagon, because it is. Actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Ah, turn on the light. That might help. Okay. So the video quality might be crappy, but let me show you. So there you go. A little bit better. Okay, so if you see the blue party wagon, right above that is a scratch from Super 7, and right above that starts my line of in-box quarter scale turtles. That's the room. Some original artwork. Rebel Girl got me. Up there, all OG turtles across the top. Again, I mean, it's kind of gross. And of course, out there, so yeah, it's a lot of shit. That wasn't actually supposed to be part of this, but I thought at least I might as well show you guys what you're looking at. So, his name is Damien Okachon Retro. It's actually supposed to come and interview my collection and see what's what. The sad part is I have so much in boxes. This shit is stacked up. It looks so bad that unfortunately, I'm waiting to find more space or organize it or do something. Just to make it look nice, but I don't know. But Patrick, have a great night, dude. Appreciate you, man. Gustavo, have a good night. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Shellheads, thank you so much for coming out tonight. We wish Johnny could have been a part of it. We understand things happen, technical difficulties. Wheezy, thank you so much for coming out. And again, guys, please make sure you join Collector's Hideout. We'll see you Thursday at 9 o'clock. He shared the link. Click on it. We want you to be on it. We want it to be successful. Please share Collector's Hideout. Let's help get Wheezy off the ground. And as always, again, we love you. Send me a message, man. If there's something you want to see, something you want to hear, something you want to talk about, we don't care. Just let us know, man. We'll get on here. We'll make it happen. We're going to start looking at guests again. I know Toy Federation talked about, Ryan talked about potentially coming on, which would be really cool. I'd love to talk to him and pick his brain about his shows and what he's got going on with the shop. And there's plenty of other people that are just, they're really worth bringing on, having a good time and talking about and just, good stuff. So again, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a good night. And as always, no capes. Well, really, it's no capes. Stopping the recording.